Previously on the Kentucky Chronicles, Amy went on a really gross date with her new stud muffin, Brian.
The stuff you do in the bedroom ain't too bad.
I gotta get some country fried steak in my mouth.
I got something you can country fry.
And put in my mouth?
Yeah, put it in your mouth.
Seriously, watching their date scene is a better appetite suppressant than Ozempic. Tammy said, anything you can do, I can do better, and got a new stud of her own. She looks like she drinks Natty Light and can wheel a semi-truck better than any of the boys around town. But you know what? She actually seems nice.
She's got the biggest heart I've ever seen, you know? She can be hard-headed sometimes, but she's great.
Amanda and her Tweedledee sons have taken over Amy's house. They look and act like the boogers from the Mucinex commercials. Amy claims they have cleared every crumb of food from her kitchen like the Grinch that stole Christmas and treat her home like their personal frat house.
I don't know how much longer I can live with Amanda and her boys. And it's hard to keep groceries in the house because you buy groceries one day, come in there an hour or two later, and everything's gone.
So she is considering moving in with her lover, Brian, who desperately wants to care for Amy and her children. And now this romance crime documentary continues with episode 3, where Brian has the great idea to take the kids to the zoo, where nothing could possibly go wrong.
Jesus Christ. No, baby. Just breathe, babe.
But when the cops searched the car, they found a little bag of marijuana. I was like, what the am I being arrested for? I'm the one that got bit.
So we are here to recap and review everything that happened in episode 3 of the newest season of 1,000-Pound Sisters, where the infamous Camel incident and arrest goes down. Y'all, this is what we have been waiting and preparing for. Now, if you have not watched my videos on episode 1 and 2 of the season 7, then go ahead and do that. There should be a link to the playlist in the description of this video. Before we get into it, please make sure you subscribe and like the video, because if not, my cat Nova is going to be very upset with you. And trust me, you would not like that cat when she's angry. She has demanded the next goal to be 10,000 subscribers, so please help me out by subscribing and liking the video so YouTube knows my videos are worth a damn. I also have a sticker shop, so if you like supporting small businesses and you like cute stickers and accessories, please go check that out as well. There should be a link in the description below. Okay, now let's get into the recap and review for episode 3. This episode pops off with the girls having a sister's day out on the lake. This location is more accessible for Tammy, so she can participate this time, unlike in episode 1 where she couldn't join in the family activities. So they're setting up at the lake, and all of a sudden we see this Beavis and Butthead looking boy roll up.
What's up, Braxton?
I'm waiting on y'all.
Damn. How is this a sister day with Amanda's boys here? It's just annoying.
And apparently this is one of Amanda's sons. And I'm like, well, I'll be goddamn, how much sons does she have? Like, which one is this one? Amy is kind of annoyed that Amanda's kids are here because this was supposed to be a girl's day, and honestly, I understand why that's kind of annoying, especially considering the fact that she is having a lot of issues with Amanda and her boys at home. So for any of you that is not catched up or haven't watched my other videos on this season, Amanda moved her and her 2 grown-ass sons into Amy's house, who are apparently being very disrespectful, inviting all kinds of people over the house, eating up everything in the house, and just being some nincompoops. And none of them are paying Amy a dime to stay there. See, because Amanda is taking advantage of her sister because she knows that Amy ain't got no goddamn common sense. And so now she done brought one of her sons to the girls' day too. And I'm just like, go on somewhere. Like, this boy had nothing else better to do than tag along with the girls' day. So Tammy is really nervous to get into the water at first. We all know she really struggles when it comes to pushing herself outside of her comfort zone. But she actually gets in the water one little baby step at a time, and she loves it. We actually see her having fun for once.
Tammy, you got it, girl.
I'm just taking my time because I keep slipping.
Yeah.
Oh, it's cold. I'm not sitting on the sidelines now, Coach. I'm playing. Pull me in. I've always been too big to fit through the tube hole, so I was for sure it wasn't going to fit over me, but it did.
So I'm hoping this will motivate her to step outside of her comfort zone instead of just sitting on the sidelines like a hater. So the sisters are having fun in the lake, and everything is fun and games until Amy rips out some gnarly ass fart just fucking up the natural balance of the ecosystem and shit.
Oh my God.
She just herself?
Yeah.
Hey,
Started, y'all.
might be time to take a watch for all the dead fish.
That's the end of that.
And just runs everybody out the goddamn water. And then the girls sit down to chit chat and they talk a bit more about skin surgery. Amanda asks Tammy, so like, what's the plan when you get your skin surgery? What are they gonna work on first? And Tammy is like, well, first they're gonna cut me from ear to ear and cut off this gizzard off my neck, and then they're gonna slice me from ass to Adam's apple and work on some shit down here.
What are you looking forward to getting done first?
First, we're gonna do facelift. We're gonna suction out my chin and cut me from ear to ear and fix all that. And then go and cut me from hip to hip.
Your apron.
Yeah, my apron, and pull everything where it's supposed to be.
And I'm like, well, god damn, this girl gonna look like Frankenstein by the time they done, but I get that it's necessary. Amy talking about she wants her boobs done and her fupa snatched up and she wants a BBL and all this shit here. And I'm like, girl, if you don't focus on losing some more weight and taking care of your kids.
What about you, Amy? What would you fix?
Like my fupa area, my boobs, and my ass. No, I'm just gonna get fat injected into it. I want one of those J-Lo asses.
Like, I swear to God, she is so immature, always worried about the wrong damn things. So the convo somehow switches over to relationships because we have to keep on topic with the TLC storyline. And it's mentioned that before Michael came along, Amy was quite promiscuous. In other words, she was a hoe. Tammy is like, I'm not saying she was a hoe, but before Michael, her bed never stayed cold.
Amy is the hoe. We established that.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not saying Amy's a hoe, but before Michael, her bed never stayed cold.
And I don't know, I just love the way Tammy said that shit. She said that like a southern classy auntie gossiping over brunch. Now, if you're a grown-ass consenting adult, you can do what you want to do, okay? You can freak with whoever you want to freak with. I just think this all comes down to Amy craving attention and affection from wherever she can get it. Now, Amy's new boyfriend, Brian, is brought up again. And every time I hear about Brian, all I keep hearing about is how good he is with the kids. He's good at playing stepdaddy.
Tammy, have you met Brian yet?
Yeah.
What do you think about him?
He seems okay.
He's a good guy, and he takes care of Amy, and he takes care of the kids. He is excellent with those kids.
He's like, let's go take a basketball. We'll go take a baseball, football, whatever.
Now, yes, it is important that she finds someone that's good with the kids. But what about this guy's morals? What about his values and beliefs? His past? His lifestyle habits? His future goals and career paths? Like, does any of that stuff matter? Is the dude even mentally stable? Because he's not acting like it. Now, Tammy once again warns her to be careful and slow down with this guy because, you know, in the past, Amy has found herself in really toxic relationships.
I just want you to be careful. Your last few men were big doozies, and I'm not trying to be mean.
They were beyond doozies.
Not trying to be mean, but you know, I try to save you from them, like warn you about it. I'm not trying to be an ass, but I come out right. I just want you to be careful. Amy and I both have a hard time not rushing into relationships.
Tammy also mentions that she thinks both her and Amy rush into relationships because they didn't get much affection and attention when they were kids, which is understandable and valid. But like, y'all are 30 years old now. Like, it's time for some personal growth. Like, it's time to learn from your mistakes, sweetheart. And anytime someone tries to talk to Amy about how she should slow down with this Brian guy, all she does is stare off and barely nod her head.
I tried to approach you and we've gotten arguments about it. And what happened? I'm not trying to be an ass, but I come out right.
Let me tell you something. People will come up with their own logic to justify them making stupid ass decisions. I call it DIY Delulu logic. Right now in Amy's head, she's all like, oh, I understand why they're concerned, but they just don't understand us. They don't know him like I do. They don't understand the connection I have with him. See, with people like Amy, you can put together a whole PowerPoint presentation on why they shouldn't do something. Like, you can put together a whole TED Talk and they will still turn around and go out and do the thing that you told them not to do. So then Amanda is like, well, Tammy, what's been going on with you? Cueing that it's time for her to tell them about the new girlfriend, even though in real life they probably already know about her. Again, if you're not caught up, Tammy is dating a girl because she says it doesn't feel right to date a man after her ex-husband Caleb passed away, which I think is problematic in itself, but whatever. Apparently she's been nervous to tell her family that she's dating a girl because she doesn't know how they will react. So Tammy finally tells them that she's dating a woman and they're like, okay, and?
Actually, the truth is, I have been talking to somebody myself. It's not a guy.
Well, damn.
I kind of, after Caleb passed, just doesn't seem right to me to be with another man. I know y'all don't prefer people that are, gay.
Don't matter to me.
I know y'all don't like it, but y'all tolerate it.
And Tammy is like, well, I know you guys don't like it, but you tolerate it. And the sisters are like, we don't care. Like, as long as she treats you right.
I don't care who you end up with. I don't care if you find a person that's got both body parts. If they treat you right, I don't give a damn.
I don't care who you date as long as you're happy.
I mean, and that's your sexuality. That does not define who you are as a person.
Amanda says that one of her sons is gay and she still spoils him rotten like the rest of them, so she doesn't know why Tammy would think that they would have a problem with her dating a woman. Because TLC told y'all to play it up and make it a big deal for the sake of reality TV, that's why. Now, I wonder what the truth of the matter is. Is the Slaytons truly accepting, or do they just tolerate it? Because there is a big difference there. Anyway, that's finally over and done with, and the next segment is Amy going on another date with Brian to this ratchet game center or something like that. This time she has on her signature spaghetti strap, but with a skirt, so she really dolled up for him this time. So Amy starts boasting about how Brian always wants to take her places and do things, which is opposite of Michael, who just wanted to sit in the house.
And I just loved that he's willing to take me out. I went from somebody to want to be indoors, no talking with video games. Brad just wants to be outdoors, hitchhiking, doing something.
And I'm like, yeah, that's cute and all, but again, values, morals, lifestyle habits, goals, does he have any? Because right now, he is just acting like a love-bombing old man trying to trap you as quickly as possible. Like, he is literally a walking red flag in a flannel shirt. So they are just all up each other's asses as usual, talking about, you're gonna lose to me. No, you're gonna lose to me. He.
You're gonna get your butt whipped is what you're gonna get.
No,
You're
I
going
won
down.
last time.
You didn't win last time we did.
I cheated.
Like, maybe it's just because I'm so not romantic, but I'm like, ugh. Like, they are just so nasty to me, y'all. I don't know. So they do some axe throwing, and I'm like, shouldn't they be wearing safety gear for this? Like,
Well, you could have stuck.
Oh, that was supposed to stick.
Damn.
aren't you supposed to have some PPE, some personal protection equipment? Anywho, they bring up for the 50th time that Brian is good with the kids. And they're gonna show us some footage of Brian playing with the boys like this is supposed to warm my heart or something. Like I'm supposed to warm up to him because he took the kids to the family fun center.
You know, we're doing so good. You know, the days I have my boys, we're out and about. We go to the park, we go to arcade.
What you doing, Gates, Dion? What's up, Glen Allen?
I don't give a damn if he took the little rascals to Disney World. What does that have to do with him being a good person? So they sit down to talk about Amy moving in, and Brian has been really pressuring her about it, even though they've known each other for like 2 months. And Amy is like, well, why do you want to move so fast? And he is like, well, do you doubt that we're gonna stay together? And she is like, No. Well, we might as well be together then.
Things are going great. I mean,
Things are going really great.
so will you move in with me?
I mean, this is really fast, babe. Why do you think that?
It is
Why are
fast,
you
but
ready for me?
do you doubt that we're gonna be together?
Oh, I don't doubt it. I'm just like,
We're gonna
What's
be
up?
together, so we might as well be
Damn.
together.
That sounded like manipulation to me. Not once has this man given us a valid, solid reason explaining why he wants to move so fast. So they go on to explain how moving in with him would be a better environment for the boys because he has a bigger space and there's better schools, etc. And I can't help but feel like he's taking advantage of a single mother in a hard situation. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe he really is just this great, perfect guy who's head over heels in love with Amy after knowing her for 2 months. He's Mr. Perfect. He can have any girl he wants, but Amy is just his queen of choice. So then Amy's asking questions like, are you sure you're ready for all this? Are you gonna baby-proof the house, etc., etc.?
that's a big commitment. Are you ready for 2 young people terrorizing your house?
Yeah.
I mean, there's so much stuff at that house that we have to baby-proof.
There's some work to do, but I think it'd be good for us.
And I'm like, why are you even asking him? You know that he's just gonna tell you whatever the hell you wanna hear. He would promise her a pony if it would get her to move in. Amy's like, well, okay, but not right away. Only after you baby-proof the house.
Even though it's a little early in our relationship to move in, I'm willing to try it. Not right now, but as soon as we get done baby-proofing, we will move into your house.
Then let's go do some baby proofing.
I'm happy that you're thinking about baby-proofing the house, but that should be the least of your fucking concerns when you're moving them in with a complete stranger. She's like, I'm hoping I'm making the right choice. I hope this is not a mistake.
I know my family's not gonna like it, so I hope this is the right call. I know I love him, but there's always that doubt.
I'm gonna tell you right now that it is. Even if this relationship works out perfectly, there is no reason why you should let your sister take over your house so you can move in with a man that you didn't know existed until 2 months ago. So the next segment is Chris and Tammy going for a checkup with Dr. Smith to see how Tammy is progressing towards skin removal. Now, at the end of last season, Tammy managed to finally find a team willing to do her skin surgeries, but she had 2 really important goals before they could start. She needs to stop vaping because she got on them. She went to vaping that Nick, and she needs to get her protein levels up, which are 2 very, very important things before she can get skin surgery. Now, Tammy says she's been working really hard on these things, but as we are about to see in a minute, she has not met either of these goals. So they go to Dr. Smith, who checks in with Chris and how his skin surgery went. And Chris also brings up his wife, Brittany. In the last episode, Brittany did open up about struggling with diabetes and weight management, and she is now considering weight loss surgery. Chris is like, yeah, she's been having a hard time keeping up with me.
Brittany's had some more worrisome news about controlling her diabetes.
Okay.
She's kind of like 1 step away from taking shots. I've noticed that she's been having issues keeping up with me, and
I'm like, that's because you're still feeding her all that fatty ass barbecue. Like last episode, he admitted that he's been cooking all this fatty food. He just can't eat a lot of it because of his surgery, but he's still feeding it to his family, knowing that his wife is struggling with diabetes. Like, okay, sir. Anyway, Dr. Smith agrees to help Brittany, and we finally get to Tammy, who the appointment is actually about. And they go over her labs, and her protein levels are still just under what they need to be.
So, Tammy, for you, we need to go over your labs. Your protein is 5.9 and the bottom of normal is 6. Pre-albumin is your short-term protein, okay? Your pre-albumin is 15.9 and the low end of normal is 20.
And Dr. Smith explains that this is really important so her wounds can heal after surgery. That's why she needs the protein. And Dr. Smith is like, I need you to be hitting at least 90 grams a day.
And if protein's low, patients are typically not going to heal well. I really need you hitting at least 90 grams of protein a day. And that's directly correlated to your ability to heal well.
I'm like, girl, you better do what the bodybuilders and the little Instagram fitness girlies do and just put protein powder on every damn thing. So then Dr. Smith asks how she's doing with the vaping. So she's gonna explain how she switched over to the non-nicotine vapes and she doesn't vape nicotine at all unless she gets agitated.
I was vaping every day. I had a friend tell me about zero nicotine vapes. So now I've completely quit vaping nicotine unless I get agitated.
The bitch told me she only vapes when she's agitated. Well, you know that goes straight out the window because she's agitated with every breath.
I'm like, bitch, that still means you're vaping all the damn time. You're always agitated. And as Dr. Smith explains, the non-nicotine vapes are still not good for her. Do I think the non-nicotine vapes is a step in the right direction? Sure. Like, I know that she should really just stop cold turkey, but if she really can't do that, then maybe that would be the next step, and then she can wean herself off the non-nicotine vapes. Either way, you're gonna have to do something because you need this surgery bad, Tammy. You need it bad. I am so sick of her walking around looking like a pile of blankets, and I know she is too. So the next part is the part that we have all been waiting for this season. It's finally time for the Camel Bite Zoo drama. Let's go. It's about damn time. This is why I'm here. So apparently it was Brian's idea to take her and the boys to this drive-through petting zoo in Tennessee. And they bought 12 buckets of food to hand feed these animals with.
He was like, well, there's a zoo in Tennessee that you can drive through and you can pet them and you can feed the animals. And I'm like, oh, that would be perfect. We bought 12 buckets of food and we're just driving through the zoo. Like, the boys are having fun. There's food all over the truck. And it's just a perfect day.
Now, I fed a giraffe a couple pieces of lettuce before, but you bet your ass that the freaking zookeepers were right there with me, like supervising the situation. Like, this sounds like a really fun idea in theory, but the fact that there is no keeper there, like supervising the interaction and ensuring safety, no wonder something went wrong. Amy talking about how this was supposed to be a family safe zoo. And I'm like, girl, somebody lied to you, because one of those animals could have easily snatched up one of the kids in the back seat. It just happened to be your ass.
This zoo is a family safe zoo. You just drive through it. You don't get out of your cars or anything like that.
Hey, where'd you come from?
So they're feeding the animals and it's all fun and games. And then eventually we hear the screams of Amy, and the camera turns to see this camel biting down on her ass like he was biting into a hot wing. Ow! Ow! The camel just bit me. And he wanted that shit to hurt too. Like, you can see it in his facial expressions that this was not an accident. He intentionally wanted to bite her, okay? So Amy starts freaking out and Brian is like, Jesus fucking Christ. I'm sorry, y'all. Oh my God. The camel just bit me.
Jesus Christ.
He got me good. And he takes what I believe is his shirt to like wrap it around Amy's arm and keep pressure on the wound. And they speed off to try to find help. Amy is like, am I gonna lose my hand? And Brian's like, no, baby, just breathe, baby. Just breathe, we gonna find help.
Brian starts zooming through the park looking for help.
Am I gonna hold my hand?
No, baby. Just breathe, babe. Breathe. You're gonna be okay.
So then it cuts to the family reacting to this camel bite news, and they're just gonna pretend like the camera crew happened to be there at Britt and Chris's house when this incident went down.
Get in here.
What?
Check your phone.
How's a bitch get bit by a camel?
I don't know.
And they're gonna do this stupid emergency FaceTime thing with the family. You know damn well they filmed this after the fact and then just edited it in.
I gotta see if anybody else has seen this.
Hi, y'all.
Hey,
Did y'all guys see that text?
How do you get bit by a camel?
Leave it to Amy.
Like, her fat is falling out of her arm. Like, it's bad. You're trying to make me sick. I just ate.
The family just thinks this whole situation is hilarious. They're cracking jokes and shit. And it kind of is if you don't consider the fact that she freaking got arrested afterwards and almost lost her kids. So they showed the picture of the camel bite. Y'all, I'm not gonna show it, but the camel ripped fat globs out of Amy's arm. Like, it looked like stuffing popping out of a ripped cushion, and I'm not playing. So we cut back to Amy, who now tells us her version of the story of how she got arrested. So basically, after the bite, they found help and an ambulance came. And apparently she didn't actually call the police just came along with the ambulance. The police doesn't always come along with the ambulance. I'm assuming the police showed up because of the liability issue with the zoo, because she got hurt on business property doing a business activity. The police had to get involved.
It probably takes like a matter of 15 minutes for the ambulance to get there, but when your arm's ripped open, it feels like 3 hours. Normally when you call the ambulance, policemen come with them. So nobody called the cops, they just arrived with the ambulance.
And so while they were treating her in the ambulance, I guess the police just happened to search their car. And when they did, they found a little bag of the devil's lettuce, which led to both Brian and Amy being arrested.
But when the cops searched the car, they found a little bag of marijuana, and the cops came in and started reading my rights. And I'm like, where's Brian? Where's Brian? You know, it didn't dawn on me that he was arrested till they were reading me my rights, basically.
I'm like, are they not going to explain why the police searched the car in the first place? Amy talking about why y'all arresting me? I'm the one that got bit.
I was like, what the am I being arrested for? I'm the one that got bit.
Because, girl, they found drugs around your little kids. Like, y'all really should have got rid of that shit before the ambulance showed up. Like, of course, they shouldn't have had it around the kids at all, guys. But if you're gonna be dumb, you can't be stupid, too. According to literally every news article that I found, the police searched the car because there was a very strong, obvious smell wafting from the vehicle. And I'm like, so how did the car get that dank? You know, because it's either y'all have the strongest, smelliest little bag of weed ever, or y'all was doing that shit around the kids while you were at the zoo. Oh wait, we already know that Amy smokes around the kids because we have evidence.
Me and my boyfriend been together 8 months. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's asking me if I smoke, do y'all smoke? Let's be real, do y'all smoke?
Smoke what?
Cigarettes. Cigarettes. I'm in the house with kids smoking. Not inside with the kids. Do you take a bath every time you go outside? Every time you go outside to smoke a cigarette, it gets on your clothes, it gets on your hair, it gets on your skin, it gets on everything. Do you absolutely clean yourself every time you go smoke a cigarette before you touch your kids? That's still secondhand smoke. So don't go up here talking about don't go smoking in your house. Same damn thing as when you're outside smoking.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
Like, she's not even trying to hide the fact that she's a bad mom, y'all. Also, it wasn't just the devil's lettuce. Apparently, they also found shroom. She conveniently just left that part out. So, you're meaning to tell me that this Brian guy is so good with the kids, but he was cool with bringing extracurricular substances around them in the car while y'all were driving with the kids? Now, getting high and going to the zoo seems like a fun idea for a group of, like, college students to do, but not for a grown-ass mother and a 50-year-old man with 2 little kids. Hey guys, it's editing Mo here, and I just wanted to add in a couple final thoughts on this situation and why I think Amy is a bad mom. See, Amy isn't in love with this Brian guy. She's in love with the idea of being in love. She was also in love with the idea of being a parent, which is why she rushed it and got pregnant back to back, even though it wasn't medically recommended. And now she has rushed into another relationship with a strange man without truly considering the safety and well-being of her children. This man is presenting her with everything that she wants: attention, affection, superficial fairy tale romance. Taking things slow and being cautious doesn't give her instant gratification, and that is what is most important to Amy. Who cares if the doctor said not to have a kid yet? It's what she wanted, so she justified it. Who cares if rushing into a new relationship is dangerous? It's what she wanted, so she justified it. Who cares if smoking and doing substances around your kids is horrible? It's what she wanted, so she justified it. This is why Amy is a bad mom. Not because she made a couple mistakes or wants to find love. And sure, she may feed them dog slop that she cooks up in her kitchen, lets them run around in a tick-infested junkyard, and exploits them on national TV for clout and money. But the main thing that makes her a bad mom is her selfishness. And that's how episode 3 ended, with Amy telling us the story of how she got arrested. Now, obviously, this whole ordeal is already wrapped up in real life. Amy ended up making bond and later on taking a plea deal, and she had to pay a bunch of fines. I think she went on probation, I'm sure we will see that whole process this season, or as much as TLC can show us. What do you think about Amy moving in with this hunk of a man? How long do you think this relationship will last? Do you think that Tammy and her new girlfriend Andrea will last longer? Or do you think that Amy and Brian will last longer? Let me know that. Did Amy deserve to get bit by that camel? Like, do you think the camel saw that they were doing druggos around the kids and that's why he bit her? You think the camel was just like standing up for what's right, you know? Let me know in the comments below and let's have a discussion about this mess. Guys, I know I'm still behind on reviewing these episodes, but I'm working on it and all of them will be covered. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please make sure that you subscribe and like the video because my cat Nova is watching you. So make sure you do that. Thank you guys so much for watching and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
You know the 1,000-pound sisters is back in action. Got my own show, I'm the main attraction. Dropping these